It's early morning. You pick up your keys, maybe your bag, and walk toward the door. And right away, your dog changes. Their ears drop, their bodies get tense. Then the sound starts, a soft whine. That turns into crying, maybe even barking. You pause and think, they're just being dramatic. Or maybe, they just don't want me to go. That sounds simple, but it's not the real reason. What your dog is feeling at that moment is much deeper. This is not just sadness. This is not just missing you. Inside your dog's brain, a strong fear response is starting to wake up. Their body feels like something is going wrong, like safety is leaving the room. And here's the truth most people don't know. When your dog cries as you leave, they are not acting. They are reacting to something real. Most people believe one simple thing. When a dog cries as you leave, they think the dog is just asking for attention. They say, ignore it. They will stop. Or they think the dog has learned a habit, like a bad behavior that needs to be trained out. That idea sounds easy. It makes the problem feel small, but it misses something very important. If this was only about attention, your dog would stop very fast when they see it does not work. But many dogs don't stop. They keep whining, they cry louder. Some dogs even continue long after you have already left the house. No one is there to hear them. No one is there to reward them. So why do they keep doing it? Because this is not a trick. This is not acting. This is a real emotional response coming from inside their body. Your dog is not thinking, let me cry so I get something. Instead, their brain is saying, something is wrong. I don't feel safe. That is a big difference. And here's where it gets interesting. This behavior shows up even in dogs that are well-trained, calm, and obedient. It does not matter how smart they are. It does not matter how many commands they know. When you leave, something deeper takes over. So if it is not just attention, then what is really happening inside your dog when you walk out that door? To understand this, we need to look at something called attachment. This is a simple idea, but it is very powerful. Human babies have it. When a baby feels scared, they look for their mother or father. When that person is close, the baby feels calm. When that person leaves, the baby feels upset. Dogs have a very similar system. Scientists have tested this. They used a method first made for human babies, and they tried it with dogs. The results were surprising. Dogs showed the same patterns. When the owner was in the room, the dog felt safe. When the owner left, the dog showed stress. When the owner came back, the dog relaxed again. This means something important. In your dog's mind, you are not just a person who feeds them or plays with them. You are their safe place. You are the one they trust the most. You are the center of their world. So when you leave, your dog is not just watching you walk out the door. Their brain feels like their safety is going away. That is why the crying starts. That is why their body becomes tense. They are not trying to control you. They are trying to get back to the one thing that makes them feel okay. Your dog doesn't just love you, they depend on you to feel safe. Now let's look inside your dog's body, because this is not just feelings. This is also biology. When you get ready to leave, your dog starts to notice small things. The sound of keys, your shoes, the way you walk to the door. These tiny signals tell their brain something important is about to happen, and then their body reacts. A stress chemical called cortisol starts to rise. This is the same chemical that goes up when a human feels fear or danger. At the same time, another chemical called oxytocin starts to drop. Oxytocin is the bonding chemical. It is what makes your dog feel close to you and safe with you. So now think about this. The moment you leave, the chemical that makes them feel safe goes down, and the chemical that makes them feel stressed goes up. That is a powerful change. Their heart may beat faster. Their body feels restless. Their brain is on alert. And the only way they know how to respond is by making noise, whining, crying, barking. These sounds are not planned. They are automatic. And here is where it becomes a loop. Your dog starts to feel nervous before you even leave. This is called anticipation. Then you walk out. The anxiety grows, the crying begins. The more they feel alone, the stronger the reaction becomes. This is not just behavior. This is your dog's body going into a stress response, trying to handle something it does not understand. To really understand this, we have to go back in time. Long before dogs lived in homes, they lived in groups. These groups are called packs. In a pack, every member stays close together. They eat together, move together, and rest together. Being alone was very dangerous. If a dog was left behind, it could get hurt. It could be attacked. It could not hunt or find food easily. So, over thousands of years, their brains learned one simple rule. Stay close to the group to stay safe. That rule is still inside your dog today. Even though your home is safe, your dog's brain does not see it the same way. When you walk out the door, your dog does not think, they will come back in a few hours. They do not understand time like humans do. All they feel is this: my pack is leaving me. And that feeling is very strong. So when your front door closes, it is not just a door to your dog. It feels like being cut off from their group, like being left behind, like something is wrong. That is why they cry. That is why they get restless. Their brain is doing what it was designed to do for survival. Your dog is not overreacting. Yeah, they are following an old instinct that has kept their kind alive for thousands of years. Now, not all crying is the same. Some dogs make a little noise when you leave, then they calm down after a few minutes. That is normal. It means they feel a bit unsure, but they can relax on their own. But for some dogs, it is much stronger. This is called separation anxiety, and it is very different from simple whining. These dogs do not just cry a little, they panic. They may bark again and again. They may scratch the door, chew things, or walk around the house without stopping. Some dogs even hurt themselves trying to escape. This is not bad behavior, this is fear. Their brain is acting like something is very wrong, even if everything looks fine to you. They are not trying to be naughty. They are not trying to punish you for leaving. They are trying to deal with a feeling they cannot control. And here is something many people miss. Even very well-trained dogs can have this problem. A dog can follow commands, sit, stay, and behave perfectly, and still feel this deep stress when left alone. Training does not always fix this because this is not about rules, it is about emotion. So if your dog shows these signs, it is not a discipline problem. It is a panic response that needs understanding, patience, and the right kind of help. And here's something many owners don't realize. Sometimes the way we act can make this problem stronger without us knowing. Think about what happens before you leave. You might bend down, hug your dog, and say, "I'll miss you so much." Your voice becomes soft and emotional. Your dog watches your face, your tone, your body. They can feel that something big is about to happen. But your dog does not understand your words. They understand your energy. So when you act very emotional, your dog feels that something is wrong. Their stress starts even before you walk out the door. Then, when you come back, you might get very excited. You talk loudly, pet them a lot, and give them full attention. This teaches your dog something important. It tells them that you're leaving and coming back is a very big event. And that makes the next goodbye even harder. Some owners also try to stop the crying by shouting or punishing the dog. But this does not fix the problem. It adds more fear. Now the dog is not only scared of being alone, but also scared of your reaction. Dogs learn from patterns. They watch what you do again and again. If your actions show stress, they feel stress too. So sometimes the problem is not just the dog's fear, it is also how we unknowingly teach them to feel that way. Now let's look at this in a different way. Instead of seeing your dog's crying as a problem, try to see what it really means. Your dog is not just reacting to you leaving. They are reacting to losing the one thing that makes them feel safe. In their world, you are not just someone who feeds them or plays with them. You are their comfort. You are their protection. You are their home. That is why the feeling is so strong. When your dog cries, it is not because they are weak. It is because they trust you so much that being without you feels wrong. They have built their sense of safety around you. And when you leave, that safety disappears for a moment. Think about that. Out of everything in their life, they chose you as the center of it. That is powerful. It also means that your presence matters more than you may realize. The way you act, the way you leave, and the way you come back all shape how your dog feels inside. So the crying is not just noise. It is communication. It is your dog saying, "I feel safe when you are here." And once you understand that, you stop seeing it as annoying and start seeing it as something much deeper. There is one more thing you need to watch closely. If your dog's behavior suddenly changes, do not ignore it. If your dog used to stay calm when you left but now starts crying a lot, something may be wrong. It could be a change in your home. Maybe a new person, a new pet, or a new routine. Dogs notice small changes very quickly, and those changes can make them feel unsure. But sometimes it can be something deeper. Dogs cannot tell you with words when they are in pain or feeling unwell, so they use behavior to show it. If a dog feels sick, tired, or uncomfortable, they may become more anxious when you leave. The world feels harder for them, so they depend on you even more. In older dogs, this can be even more serious. Some dogs develop memory problems as they age. They may feel confused or lost, even in their own home. So when you leave, their fear becomes stronger than before. That is why sudden changes matter. If your dog starts crying more or stops a habit they had for a long time, pay attention. Do not just think it is normal. Your dog is trying to tell you something. And remember, behavior is the only language they have. So the next time you pick up your keys and walk to the door, stop for a second and notice your dog. The way they look at you, The way their body changes, the small sounds they make. It may feel like just noise, just another habit. But now you know it is not that simple. Your dog is not just reacting to you leaving the house. They are reacting to losing the one thing that makes them feel safe in that moment.